I'm dermatologist Usok Ko, and I will interview Dr. Ross today on behalf of Medical Aesthetic Online Journal. And how did you learn about PicoLO Premium, and how long have you been using the PicoLO Premium?
Yeah, I learned really about the PicoLO Premium from Mr. Dalton. That was the primary reason I found out about it. And then I investigated the portfolio of the company and saw that they had been around and had some seemingly good products online. And then I was able to use the device now for roughly a year, I think, just less than a year.
How would you rate PicoLO Premium in general, and what do you think set PicoLO Premium apart from other PicoLO laser systems?
But I think the primary differentiator with the PicoLO Premium is the number of optical choices, the handpiece choices. You have multiple handpieces, and the interface is very nice, and it's been very reliable. But I think the number one reason I like it is the spot profile for the 532 nanometer wavelength with the zoom optic.
PicoLO Premium has a variety of handpieces. So what handpieces do you use the most, and how do you use them?
Yes. Well, I'll be frank. The handpiece I use the most is the zoom optic, and that's probably 95% of what I do. And the reason is because it works. I'll just be frank. We had a laser which is a Q-switched Alexandrite laser, which has always been my go-to laser for particularly Asian patients with lentigines, with pigment disorders. And I've never been happy with 532 in general because I see more PIH. So I said, well, the laser was broken for a long time, our Alexandrite laser, probably for 3 months. So I took the PicoLO Premium and put it in a primary parking spot. You know, my clinic, you kind of, it's like a speed dial on a phone. You get a different ranking, and I put the PicoLO Premium in center court, so to speak, like in Wimbledon. It was in the main place, and then I used it every day because it was in that primary parking spot. And what I was seeing was that when I used the 532 nanometer wavelength, I was getting very nice results, and I wasn't getting a lot of petechiae, which I was getting with my old MedLight laser.
What do you think about company laser object while working together?
I believe the main reason to work together is because I found a laser here that I think can satisfy my 532 1064 nanometer picosecond needs, which frankly the other laser I have, although it's okay, I think that laser makes a lot of concessions in design because the other company bought the laser from another company, so they could have took a laser off the shelf, whereas Laser Optech built this laser, and I think they built it the way they wanted it. So I think it's a more easy-to-use laser.
After COVID pandemic, the aesthetic market is changing in many ways. So what do you expect trends in global aesthetic market after COVID pandemic?
Yeah, I mean, COVID stored up all these patients who were unable to have procedures, and I think now we have sort of a lot of patients wanting cosmetic procedures. But I think one of the things that happened, I don't do a lot of body contouring other than cool sculpting, but my colleagues do a lot more liposuction and other body contouring, say that a lot of people gain weight during COVID and they're very sensitive now to be getting the weight off. So maybe body contouring is going to get even bigger. But most of the other things are, you know, I guess what's a little disappointing in the laser industry is that it's not the lasers, is that we try to treat things that are hard to treat, and we don't get a lot better, whether it's melasma or maybe whether it's some other conditions like acne, for example. That's kind of a focus now. I think we might see some real excitement with acne, but there are a lot of unmet needs, and I think we'll see continued improvement in some of those types of technologies. And also devices that actually robotically find a target. So you would have a device where a scanner would find a blood vessel, and then the laser would only hit the blood vessel based on observing the skin. So we have a lot of progress to be made to make these lasers more, I guess, smart. And I think that's part of the future.
You are world famous dermatologist, and many Korean doctors respect you also. Is there anything you would like to say to Korean doctors?
Well,
it's my last
I'd like
question.
to say thank you because I really appreciate Korea, because I like the idea of mixing the science and the creativity and the know-how, because those are the three parts really to success. And I found my Korean colleagues to be very honest, forthright, and they seem to have a good idea of what they want to do. It doesn't always work, but that's true for everything. But I like the enthusiasm and the creativity, which I think really, per person is unmatched. I wish we had the same kind of discipline in the United States for some of these projects. So I would say thank you to my Korean colleagues.
Thank you, Dr. Ross, for the interview today, and we will finish your interview today.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the invitation. Thank you.
Thank you.